Hello and welcome back to Exeter City for the penultimate time. We've played through a bit more. There's a Champions League first knockout round second leg and an FA Cup quarter-final to do. Now, sorry Burnley fans, your game got moved. I'll get you caught up. It very much feels like we took the 5-4 loss to Liverpool to heart, as obviously we then beat Spurs in the episode, but Huddersfield, Arsenal, Southampton, Monaco first leg, Brentford, Chelsea twice and Brighton all dispatched. Southampton, Chelsea and Brighton emphatically so. Also importantly, Arsenal we beat away, Chelsea we beat away in the league. By 1 goal margins, they are tough games, but they're the games that matter. We're 9 points clear. We have the best average rating player in the league, but none of the top 3 goal scorers, because we share it out far too much. Enrique Avalos, second most clean sheets. Ruben Diaz has made a world of difference. And for a man who apparently didn't score in 11 hours of competitive football, the fact that Ciro Fernandez has 13 goals in the league, joint 6th, not that bad really, is it? Osman, though, destroying things. Ramiro Uribe with the second best goals per minute out of any of those. Side note, I don't fully know what's going on in League 1. Our loanee, Juan Carlos Benavidez at Vafsi, has 11 goals in League 1. Che Adams, also at Vafsi, his strike partner, has 9. Erling Haaland has 8 at PSG. How Felix has more goals than Erling Haaland? I don't understand. PSG are dominating the league. I don't know how Erling Haaland only has 8 goals. He's played the same number of games-ish. But anyway, it's a league opponent that we need to deal with, and it's actually the team that has the highest top goal scorer in League in the form of Tammy Abraham. Monaco, currently managed by Fernando Torres. It's also the team that we got Asa Menge from at the beginning of the season, so a reunion's already happened. I'm kind of in a weird boat because I don't know how strong to actually go for this game, but we'll go basically first strength. We'll have Avalos in goal, Menge at left back, Diaz and Demiral both on medium match loads, they'll be fine. Tiberio on the light match load because he's actually now second choice because he's not been performing as well as Nasri has, annoyingly. Gonna go with Hesham and Markovic to start with in the middle. Zoboslai can just have a bit of a rest. Szymanski in front of them, Prieto, Pereira, 2 P's in a row, that's confusing. Prieto and Pereira, along with Martin Saunders, as the front 3 today because Fernandez's workload has got high, Eduardo is injured, and Uribe is just coming back to fitness at last. Morato's still out for another 2 months or so. There's the full Monaco team. It's actually surprisingly mostly real people still as well. Dumfries, Daviv, Chaka in goal, our old friend, Badiashile, our old friend as well, Makers, Dominguez, Shemeni. Back there or still there? Morrow, Abraham and Junior Adamu up front. Koopmeiners on the bench, Vignata on the bench. A lot of familiar names and a lot of friends of the channel as well. Monaco stand over the ball for a free kick. Now we do take a 3-0 lead into this to kind of gloss over that. But we beat them 3-0 in Monaco. Every time I go to click on Shemeni to see what his journey's been, we get a highlight. Markovic has just hit the crossbar. David clears. Chaka to who forward. Only goes as far as Hesham, oddly. Pereira sort of gathers it. We'll find Saunders. And what was probably regarded as last year's... Well, actually, this is probably regarded as my second choice front 3, but Saunders has developed this year. No, in this world, he stayed at Monaco forever. Still 30, still worth about 60-70 million. It does appear that we might have some form of free kick here, and it will be Szymanski to stand over it, of course, and hit the woodwork again. One of those games, is it? One of those games? Chaka to who forward? Demiral to get in the way of this one. We'll find Saunders, who has been booked, oddly. I don't really know what he's done to get a booking. Menge, slightly odd for one of the strikers to... We're 19 minutes in and we've hit the crossbar 3 times. I just want to point out that it's 28 minutes into the game, and I think we've had about 13 shots, but only 1 on target. One of those games. Saunders, Szymanski. Coming forward again, Markovic. We are in our new stadium, of course, our 27,000-seater stadium, the Arnold Mitchell Stadium. Forgot to really highlight it over the last couple of episodes, and that's the goal we score. Hesham with his 4th of the season. That's more than he's ever scored in a year, weirdly. But from the edge of the box, and it was going to take something to break through this team. We're 28 minutes in, I'm saying that as if it's been an hour and a half already, but drilled. Szymanski with the assist, probably. But yeah, Saunders has developed quite nicely. It's somewhat weird that his current ability is listed as 4 stars, but yet none of his actual position ability is 4 stars. He's not that good, if I'm completely honest. He's just very versatile. Ah, that's why he's listed as 4 stars. His inverted winger on the right-hand side is 4 stars. That's it. Does have 18 technique, though, and is worth 90 million now. Cheers, Portsmouth. Very much the breakout of this season. Oh, Badiashile's equalised. We should have known that. Was there potential? Have you not watched videos from this channel? Why did he go to the ball and then not pick it up? But yes, Badiashile from a corner. That's never happened before. I think we broke Daviv in the meantime. He's come off now. Still a 3-goal margin, of course, so needn't panic just yet. Hesham and Szymanski will be lined up for substitutions in the second half relatively early on if things continue the way they are. Markovic Atamende to Hoof to Pereira. Markovic to find Prieto. So he's, whilst number 9, no longer first choice, Atamenge. My first choice lineup is now officially Fernandez, Eduardo and Uribe when they are all fit. Xhaka gathers. Did I have Xhaka and Badiashile in my same team? Sheffield United, right? Abraham. Oh, Tammy. Dumfries to Tammy. Different, just to think where they were in real life. Different Serie A teams. Matai, who I think might be the only new gen they have in the team right now. As that ping balls a little bit. Of course, we took one of the only new gens, it seems, in the form of Atamenge. And they've replaced him, I think, with another new gen left back, actually. Oh dear. It seems they didn't replace Atamenge. In fact, they pulled him from Monaco 2 for this particular match. Perhaps they did replace him, and the replacement is injured. It's slightly worse than that. Of the 2 left backs they still have at the club, one of them, both of them, 2.5 stars, one of them injured, one of them unregistered. That was a gamble. That hasn't paid off. Wait, Raul Moro is unbelievable, apparently. Not bad. Yes, they've effectively picked up a youth left back for this particular game. I should probably be targeting that side, knowing that now. Prieto is clean in, and that is a goal. 2-1. 10 goals for Prieto this season now from his more limited appearances. Szymanski has tipped over into tired, so Prazet on now, I think. And in fact, that's exactly what my assistant said. For once, agreeing. Tiberia with the assist. His good performances have been fewer and further between this year. I don't really know why, but yeah. This game now will be a case of just watching people get tired and then replacing them when they do. Hesham's turn. We'll have to be Zoboslai because I don't I know I can bring Angelo on. 4 goals to the good. I think we can get away with that. Avalos, Demaral, Diaz. Moved forward again. Saunders under it, but no one to really deal with the header. Sealamakers, where are we going? Forward to Dumfries. Atamagi not really closing him off. Back post. Tiberio gets the header clear, and they will still get to the ball first. Why are you not doing better here? Abraham under it. It's a goal. That's really annoying because so many opportunities to stop that happening, and they've still scored. Great. It's a good assist. It's a good cross, and Ruben Diaz somehow beat into it. Is Tammy Abraham taller? He does look taller. I know Diaz isn't short, but still. Markovic now to tire, so Dominic will come on after all. We'll have to change him over afterwards because maybe I can still edit. Prazet, Prieto, offside. No. Okay, 3-2 on the day then. I mean, he celebrated as if it's counting, so feeling confident. My instinct was offside, and it's not even bothered with the VAR thing, which, good news, wasted less time. Is he on? Well, he might be. Watching again, he could well be on. Still checking decision, apparently. Yeah, just on. Blimey, the kind of decision that normally goes against you. We can praise at this point, because obviously it goes on the aggregate score. Morrow, cleared. Good save, actually. Pointless. No, Sealamakers. I thought it was really weird that Saunders headed it like that. Not Avalos' best showing, 6.4, 2 goals conceded. Can't imagine there's been that many more. If that had gone in, that would have been hilarious. And very succinctly summarising some of the problems with the match engine and Football Manager there. Yeah, 4 shots on target, 2 of them have gone in, Avalos. Not your best day. Actually, not a good day for the goalkeepers as a whole. Oh, Wolves turned it around against Celtic. I forgot to mention that. Celtic actually were 2-0 up going into the second leg, and an 87th minute winner, and then penalties. See Wolves through. Wolves are through to the quarterfinals. I think Arsenal got knocked out. And they were the league leaders last year. Oh, first out of the hat for the quarterfinals. Barcelona, Bayern, Liverpool, PSG, Real Madrid, Wolves, Juventus. Of course, we can actually draw Wolves at this stage. And don't. Barcelona, the opponents. Oh, Liverpool got Wolves. That feels unfortunate. I was kind of hoping we'd draw Liverpool or Wolves in the semi-finals just to provide that little bit extra chance of an English team in the final. But alas, I'll be honest, I'm a little bit surprised at how tired some of my players are for this game. Did rest them for a day. Not seem to have worked that fantastically, but Avalos will remain in goal. Smith, Ampadu and Randall are going from my back too. Tiberia at right back is obviously with Markovic. That bit's kind of fine. So Prazet's going to have to start over Szymanski, and Fernandez can step back in, of course, as can Eduardo, who didn't play last game. But yeah, Man United, FA Cup quarters, it's the kind of game I don't mind losing just so we have less games for the remainder of the season, but my team never listened to that part. It does amuse me intensely that their front four at Man United are their front four. Obviously, I think Sancho's already a transfer in the game engine regardless, so that one's fine, but I love the fact they've still got basically the same front four as they do in real life, except of course Anthony wasn't an acquisition already in the engine, already in the game database. That's the person they've signed of their own regard. They've also signed N'Golo Kante and Federico Valverde as a midfield, which is terrifying. Although N'Golo Kante must be like 34 or 5 by now. Fede Valverde is obviously a little younger, so he'll be fine. Giving away a penalty, though, in the very early stages, and it's Bruno Fernandes to step up and bury it. Oh no, we're losing. What I'm saying, with that, apart from my back line, really, this is mostly first strength. I vastly underestimated N'Golo Kante there. He's 38, but of course does have ridiculous natural fitness, so still not slow. Like, properly slow anyway. Randall deals with that. For now, Avalos out to Smith. Does take it down quite nicely. Pressured by Anthony. Back to Ampadu. Basically gives it away there. Got away with it, though. Eduardo through the middle. Does take that down nicely. And that's the kind of goal that he would have scored normally, and I don't know why he hasn't. That's disappointing. We are being pinned back somewhat. That's awful from Anthony. Yeah, our average positions aren't looking spectacular right now. We are in our own half. I mean, their formation is 4-2-3-1, so fairly standard. But looking at their average positions, their fullbacks are almost working as wingers here. It's almost 2 at the back. In fact, it's not 4-2-3-1. They're effectively playing double volante, so their DMs are staying DMs. Interesting, they don't actually have a midfielder on the pitch. Like a central midfielder, they've just got defensive midfielder and an attacking midfielder and no one in between. How are we not exploiting that more? But I think it is somewhat neutering our formation. I'll make the necessary changes at half-time. We're going 3 at the back. Smith can play left centre-back quite nicely, and Atamanga is actually fine as a wing-back. Tibera not so much, but we'll cope. I'll just tell them they're terrible and we'll get on with things. Prieto's the one to make way as sort of the worst of the front 3. Hazard's not having a good game either, and now he's very tired too. I'll get Hesham on for him. Nasri, I think, is actually slightly better as a wing-back, so it's kind of the conversation whether we take Markovic off because he's tired or Tiberio because he's not good in the position, and somehow that's not gone in the goal. I think Tiberio is coming off. Nasri's on the bench. He's marginally better at it. Oh, well, if they don't score there, then that's not good for them. Fernandes will get under this and does have the run of the pitch, being covered by number 14 and forced to take the shot a little bit earlier. Good recovery from number 14 there. Possibly Fofana. Do I have more substitution, actually, in the FA Cup? No, I don't. Fernandes. Oof. Another woodwork hit, but this time for them, and he's offside anyway. Yeah, Man United have actually sort of run us off this pitch a little bit. We are definitely the second best team here. So I'm not mad we've lost, and I'm also not mad we lost just because, again, scheduling. Carlos Eduardo is clean in, although he has gone wide and sort of ruined the chance a little bit, but there must be something in this. Good block. Good block. Weird. Smith and Randall are coming out of this with 7.4s, but Ampadu is 6.3. Of course, the only goal has been a penalty so far, unless... There we go. Sealed. And who's the one that's let him go? Well, it's both of you, really, isn't it? It's both Randall and Nazari. I wonder who's going to take the blame for that. Well, we deserve something from it. 1.4 XG on our side, but yeah, we deserve to lose nonetheless. And we deserve to lose by a 2-goal margin, I suppose. 6 shots on target for both goalkeepers. Well, of course, one of theirs was a penalty, so Avalos only really let in 1 out of 5 normal shots. Well, that frees up our schedule a little bit, just the Champions League to care about now, along with the Premier League, of course. The 9 points lead with 9 games to go in the league, it feels relatively safe for me to just go through the end of the season. I know it's anticlimactic. But if it looks like we're just going to run away with it a little bit, then I'll just bring you back at the very, very end of the season. Otherwise, I might bring you back a little bit early and to the point where we could win it. And if we're in the Champions League final, let's say as well, then we'll just have to skip a few games and I'll show you the final of that all in the same video rather than doing multiple videos. There'll be one remaining video and it will contain the end of the season in some shape or form. If we're out of the Champions League, I'll just bring you back roughly where we might win the Premier League. Otherwise, it's going to be a little bit of a juggling act. I will see you very soon. If you enjoyed this, do give it a like, comment, subscribe. You know the deal by now. Until next time, ta-ra!